What's up, YouTube? It is your boy JB, and I'm here today with the review for Married to Medicine. This is season 7, this is episode number 5, and it was titled Naked and Not Afraid. So, you guys, let's go ahead and just jump right into the video. Okay, so the episode opens up with where last week's episode ended with Toya's birthday party with the Pain and Sip guys. So, all the ladies are super shocked to see naked men there. But Contessa, when she was painting, she was absolutely loving what she was seeing. And I like I said before, I see the paint and sip on Instagram, and it just looks like kind of a orgy like thing. Like I'm used to people having the paint done. Like the model, I'm not used to because I've never done it, but I would think that the models would just stand and you would just paint them just by looking at them. But these models are walking around, dancing on you, pouring drinks down your throat. Like it's just kind of weird to me. And then Heavily said something to one of them, and he picked her up, and she's like, "Whoa, somebody get this baby!" And Jack asked what happened. She said, "That bitch picked me up." And she acted all flustered. I'm like, Kevin Lee, you not flustered. Like you just don't wanna show that you actually are enjoying this. So then, we see Toya and Buffy. They are talking, and Toya is talking about the whole events that happened at Buffy's in the tax season party, because Buffy was enjoying the party. But then, they bring up Jocelyn again, and Toya doesn't feel like Buffy defended her, but Buffy's like, I absolutely defended you to her. But then Toya's like, well, when you came to the bathroom, that's not what I got. She was when she was talking about her taking her on a spa day, like, cause she needed it. No, she didn't say you needed it. She was saying, that's her way of saying, hey, I'm sorry that this happened to you. Let me treat you to a day of relaxation, pampering, whatever. But they argue back and forth with each other, and I'm just like, Toya, you actually did a little bit too much for that one, because she did defend you. You might not have saw it because you walked away, but she did defend you. And her saying you go to the spa, that wasn't her saying, hey, you look tired, you look this, whatever. It was just her saying, hey, let me treat you to a day of, since that was so hectic and crazy, let me treat you to a spa day, just to chill, unwind, relax. But Toya took it. I think Toya was doing a little bit too much, to be quite honest with you. All right, you guys. So we see the men. The men went out to play a game of, I guess bowling. It was bowling ball pins, and it was football. So they all suck at it basically. And then the guys sit down, they have a conversation. They talk about Buffy's party. Buffy's husband and Eugene are good. And then they talk about Dr. Scott talking about Dr. Contessa, how he feels like a single dad. I don't think he's not a single dad. You have a wife. Like, how do you feel when your wife does that stuff every day? Wakes up, she cooks breakfast for the kids, she gets the kids ready for school, she by brushing their hair, ironing their clothes, and then she takes the kids to school. Like, how do you feel when she does that? And then she comes home and she cooks dinner for the family. Like, how do you feel like she's a single mom doing that stuff? Like, I just don't understand him saying he feels like a single dad. You're not a single dad. You're just a dad that is taking over more. You're taking on your wife's quote unquote responsibility that she's not in the house right now. I don't agree with Dr. Scott saying that he's a single dad. I really don't 100% agree with that. So then they start talking about this paint and sip party, and it was Aiden that was upset, and I'm like, oh, Aiden was upset. And then, Aiden starts talking about it, and you look at Dr. Damon, and Dr. Damon don't know shit about what they're talking about. So then Eugene fills him in on everything that happened at the party. And he was like, oh, okay. He didn't like it. He says, I don't like anybody picking up my wife. But he's okay with it. He's like, okay, since the girls did that, we should have a guys thing where, we have the ladies in front of us and we're painting them, not with paintbrushes, with our hands. I'm like, oh. Now, Damon, you know that ain't gonna happen for you with your wife. Your jealous ass wife. Your jealous, possessive wife. She thinks every woman wants you. So you know that's not gonna happen with Heavenly. Like good and damn well that ain't nobody. Heavenly is not going for that shit. Not at all. Not I, said the pussycat. But I'm out here for the guys having some fun. Since the girls have fun, why can't the guys have fun? All right, you guys. So I'm playing with this just a little bit, so that way, like when I put the ladies, you can actually kind of see them. I know right now I'm sitting in front of a green screen, but when I'm trying to put the ladies, so that way you'll know who I'm talking about, even though I do a slide in, but that's neither here nor there. So we're gonna start with Toya. So Toya, she goes to Eugene's office, and they're talking about their house. So their lease is up at the one house, but the new house is not completely finished yet, and they don't have a place to stay. But Toya doesn't want to go stay in the new house because she's like, there's paint there, so we have to sniff paint fumes. I definitely get that point, but Eugene's like, it's just minor stuff that needs to be done, and the contractor's right down the street, so we can just go knock on his door. She says, you knock on his door? You mean me knock on his door? He's like, yeah, same difference. And I'm like, exactly, Toya, you can do it. Like, he works. What do you do? I mean, I know a lot of people say, Toya, she's on this show, so she's making money. Correct, she is. But that only films for 3 months out of the year. More than likely, it films for 3 months out of the year. Then they have a postseason where they don't do anything, and then the season starts. So yeah, Toya doesn't work as much as Eugene works. Um, and then Eugene's talking about how some of the guys were upset about the pain and sip. And he just want to do a guys' night with them. And, Toya's like, well, they're just jealous or they're just insecure. Nah, I don't think a man's going to be too happy with another man. I mean, I know when it's in a strip club, yeah, you expect that in a strip club. But paint and sip, you don't expect for the male models to come down to, gyrate on your wives. But, we're going to move on. But yeah, they need like I said, they needed a place to stay. So then we see Toya and Eugene. They are moving into their new home, and Toya is making a big fuss about the house, and I'm just like, Toya, chill out, like, cause you want everything perfect. I get it, you want everything perfect, but it takes time, especially when you're moving into a new place, like, and that place is huge. So I mean, you have to kind of just be like, um, yeah, it's gonna take us a minute to, get everything in order the way that I want it. Because she wanted it perfect by the time that the boys come home. But the boys did come home, and when they saw the place, they didn't care about nothing but the pool, and they just jumped in the pool. Like, kids are gonna be kids. Kids don't pay attention to the details that adults pay attention to. So I think Toya was just overdoing it, to be quite honest with you. All right, and next we're gonna talk about Dr. Jackie. So we see Dr. Jackie. She's at her office, and Dr. Simone comes over there, and they talk about Toya's party. And Dr. Simone asks Dr. Jackie, "Did you tell Curtis about this party?" She's like, "I did tell him, but I didn't tell him everything about the party." And so we find out that Jackie is finalizing her book. She has a book that she's writing, that she's finalizing, and she's planning on doing a party. I guess she's gonna invite all the ladies there, and then in her office, like she has a lot of sex toys. So I guess this book is like about a woman, you know, hygiene and just sexual stuff. Like a woman can please herself. Like I'm assuming that's what this book is about. Don't know. So then we later see Dr. Jack and Dr. Heavenly. So they go out to do some research. And, Dr. Heavenly is talking about how she just was not happy about Toya's party. I'm like, okay. You keep telling yourself that you weren't happy about that party, but your face said otherwise. So then, Jackie that she goes to a sex shop, and so she tells the girl, she's like, I have a book. She says I have every chapter in the book completed with the exception of one. She said it's the sex toys because I don't know very much about sex toys. So then the woman gives Heavenly something that I know it'll vibrate the clit, but she told her to put it on her nose, and then she had a big another one that was, I mean, and I think Candy has some of those toys too. Why come Dr. Jackie just didn't go to Candy? I mean, Candy has her bedroom Candy, and she's a patient of yours. I guess that might be why, because she's a patient of hers. Hmm. So then Dr. Jackie is talking to Heavenly, and she's telling her like she wants to do this girls trip to Savannah. She's like, so are we flying to Savannah? She says, no, we're riding to Savannah. She's like, that's about a 4-hour drive. She's like, yep. Bonding time. I'm like, nope, not bonding time. That is not gonna work, Jackie. And you know that for a full fact that that shit is not gonna work. Bonding time with these ladies. With these ladies, you got Quad and you got especially Quad and Mariah, and Heavenly. Not gonna work out, Dr. Jackie. But good try. I would. I mean, I know Savannah might be a quick. A plane actually goes to well, never mind, because a plane from Dallas goes to my hometown, so that's neither here nor there. But wow, but yeah, a plane ride would have been better than a bus ride, especially with you group of batches. Like, it's not gonna work out, Dr. Jackie. It's just not. All right, so next is Dr. Simone. So we find out that Dr. Simone and Cecil with the South House, they have put that up as an Airbnb. Thankfully, it just didn't make sense for them to have those two damn houses. Like I did not understand that shit. So it definitely makes sense to like shit sell out. You know, not sell it, but rent it out to people. Let people come there and use it. But make sure you don't trash my place. So then we see Dr. Simone. She is talking to the boys about STDs, and then she shows them what STDs look like. I'm like, could kind of do without the the visual image of what a STD look. I mean, I know they're out there, but the visual image. I mean, I guess it's good to know what they look like in case you were to somehow catch one. I guess. God, he's still doing it. Like, damn, he just walked away a few minutes ago, and now he's back doing the. There's not enough weeds around here. So then also while they're talking, I love the fact that she told both her boys about sex and consent. If a person says no, leave it at that. No matter if your penis is hard, walk be like, you know what, it's hard. I'm gonna have to walk out because if you say no, then it's the answer is no. Like consent. Consent is the key word. Consent. I love the fact that she said consent because that's what a lot of people don't want to talk about is consent. People just want to be like, oh, you led me on, so why are we not having sex? Because they got to the point where they said, I don't want to have sex, and that's that person's right to say, I don't want to have sex. Consensual sex, ladies and gentlemen, you learned a lesson from Dr. Simone. All right, and next we got Quad. So we see Quad. She's on the phone with her lawyer, and then Dr. Hibble comes over. So she's talking to her lawyer, and he tells her all is going well with the divorce. The only thing left for her to do with Dr. Gregory is that they have to file their taxes with each other. And he tells her to stay on top of Gregory with his taxes. And she's like, why do I have to stay on him with his taxes? Well, because, I mean, you guys are still, at this point, legally married. So, yeah. I mean, it's common sense. If you guys are still legally married, then you don't want the IRS coming. I mean, if he don't file his taxes and you do file yours, they can still come after you for his. Like, okay, whatever, whatever. And then, Heavenly is in there making a snack. She asks her for some crackers, and she's like, "I'm on a serious phone call." It must not be that serious that you got the camera crew in front of you. Like, you knew you were filming. Whatever. I feel like she planned that. I really do. But Heavenly, once she get off the phone, Heavenly asks her, like, so what happened with the dogs? They gonna stay with Quack? Gregory don't want them damn dogs. And she was asking her some other questions, and Quack told her basically, mind your goddamn business. And I'm like, y'all didn't learn it. You didn't learn that lesson last season, Heavenly, to mind your business when it comes to Quad. Cool. Moving on, you guys. All right, and lastly, we got Dr. Contessa. So we see Dr. Contessa. She's at home. She's putting her kids down, and then she goes downstairs to talk to Dr. Scott. And she could tell that Scott had been annoyed, and about her signing up for going to school. And I'm all here for anybody, male, female, going back to school to advance their career. Um, and So I guess he didn't want her to sign up for it, and but then he was talking about how and I talked about this. He was talking about how he felt like he's a single dad, and it's like you're not a single dad. And I love the fact that Contessa said to him, you know, you're doing what I do. Like you never gave me a break, which I don't know if that's true or not. But for him to sit here and be like, he's a single dad. No, you're a dad that's taking care of your kids. Like your wife is not, doing what wives typically do. Cook, clean, wash the dishes. Take the kids to school, do the kids' hair. I I I just didn't. I don't really like the fact that he keeps saying he's a single dad. You're not a single dad. You're just doing a lot more. You're just doing a lot more. I mean, I'm not negating what he's doing, but the fact that he keeps saying single dad, you're not a single dad. You have help. You have your wife. A true single dad is someone who does it all by themselves, 24/7, no help. You have help. You have a wife. You're just taking on an extra role. So, but she does tell him that she withdrew from school and you should be happy. I think what should have happened with those two, I think that they should have had a deeper conversation before she actually did it. I think they should have weighed all the alternatives. I think, he could have said, why don't you, do some classes online? And then if you have to go out there, maybe once or twice during the week, then go out there. But, for the most part, try to do some online. Or let's find a good school in Atlanta that you can go to. Like, you don't have to, it might be a commute, but it wouldn't be a long commute. I think they could have had a deeper conversation with that. But, that was basically it for Married to Medicine. You guys like the video, leave your comments, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification button, and I will see you guys later.